So tonight is Saturday here in Utah, of course, and till head back to California, next few, probably 48 hours. As I leave the state, horrible state, obviously we know it's the most fucked up state. As I leave and I look at kind of what Boss, represents my family name, first generation, and as I've looked at kind of where my life has been and just the today, and just everything. So as today came to kind of a thought and kind of things that I've accomplished in my life, the things, that I've come to understand. And I realized that my life is not traditional and it's not what most society would consider, typical or what they would consider normal. I mean, I do shit on my own. I do everything on my own, and people hate that because they, unfortunately, can't handle the fact that I'm a boss to the degree I am. And as I look at kind of, how what's been important to me in my life and what my generation family represent, um, one of the things that I've learned that my family generation is going to represent is respect. I mean, obviously, like I've heard, yada, 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 that family ain't perfect. They're just not. One of my biggest rules is going to be respect, with a non-judgment, open-mindedness. When people look at me, a lot of them assume, oh, there's this kid, he just trying to get attention, that shit, that, this and that. And they don't know who I am, and that's on them. And so as I look at what I can do for my family, how my legacy can be different from what it was once, it helps me understand that respect and dignity and not judging a book by its cover. Today was one of the best days of my life as a boss. As I took myself and helped myself understand that you don't turn your back on people. You don't fuck the people who helped you really well. I mean, that was California. Shit, I mean, those people treat me like motherfucking kings. These people here, they treat me like shit. They get nothing for me, you know? And that's just truth. I mean, shit. I mean, the thing I learned from, California, is love, don't hate. I mean, where does hate get? Where jealousy, where does, corporate bullshit get you? Nowhere. And so as I've took myself through hell day to day, you know, probably, went through a lot that most people can't go through in a day. We're in shorts, like almost below freezing weather. It represented that, you don't fuck, when people do stuff for you, they teach you lessons, you don't fucking turn your back on them. And as I've, taught myself a valuable lesson, and I looked at what the boss legacy will represent, I also looked at our future that it holds. And I see challenges. I mean, that's just life. I see challenges. I see opportunities. I see new lifestyles. I see downfalls. But the one thing that I don't see is a name that's hated, and a name that means horrible things, like my past name. It's a disgrace to the country, a disgrace to the community, period. And it's one of the things that I've learned as a proud Catholic among a Mormon state that has their heads so stuck up far up their ass, quite frankly, and hateful as someone who was once their, I guess, vicinity, and once they won full control, as they knew what a leader I was, they hated me. And they knew from the get-go I hated them. Straight up, they're fucking like, retarded, It's just some Mormons are, straight up. Paul Walker walked away for the same reason I'm walking away. I walked away, well, probably 10 years ago. But as I look at kind of where my legacy is already starting, the last few days, um, the biggest thing in my family is obviously is respect other people's opinions, and you look at them as look at situations opportunity to respond in a positive manner. And as I can't, control every part of my family, that's just some families can do shit. I mean, that's just how it is, bro. But obviously this has kind of been more like an online journal. Obviously boss family in there, and you know, I don't really give a fuck if anybody's watching. Honestly, this is more kind of like a family journal thing, shit. But as I look at kind of where I see my legacy and what it's gonna represent, it's gonna have a lot of, it's gonna have passion and just power. And it's gonna have you know different dynamics of leadership. So as I look at kind of where look at who I need to continue to represent, I look at that. I don't give a fuck what people think about me. I really don't give a shit. In all reality, that's people are gonna judge me all fucking day long. But you know what? That's because they can't accept greatness. They're never gonna reach. They're too hateful of their inner pride. They want everybody to feel bad. Everybody wants them to feel their pain. So they're choosing to act out in a childish manner to make other people feel like laugh at people, disrespect the people, talking shit honestly, because they're not comfortable with them. So I found me and I found out what's important to me. I realize people are just gonna be them, and that's just how it is. But I've also learned to accept that um, while I can't change overall dynamics of society, what I can change is myself first of all, and I can change the fact that the way I live and the way I set example, and the levels I set example, will change society one day at a time. And as I know some people probably feel like I turn their back on them. You know what? Fuck them. They ain't done shit for me. They don't know where I come from truly, the pain I went through. And they've been there along the way saying, it's okay, we're going to help you. Now, but you know what? The thing that I learned as a boss leader and legend is that you do what's best for you. You don't follow society. You don't follow the crowd. You don't allow the negativity of other, socialists or, whatever it be, to be part of what determines your future. And as I speak this for my family in the future, the biggest thing that I know that's gonna help our family grow strong is being different, you know. But I want to close by saying that that my experiences here have changed me dramatically. It was an opportunity to do everything on my own, to have people turn their back on me, to have them judge me, to have them mock me, disrespect me, because I learned that I wasn't needed here. I wasn't truly wanted here. And I know I didn't belong here. I mean, that's just how it was from the get-go. And as I found me, I found that my value, my face value, face value was not enough for this part of society to need me and to work hard enough for me to make me feel a part of their society. And as I take, this case to federal court in the next few years, it's part of what has to be done, But anyways, all right. Well, boss family, it's a pleasure, and just know that you matter. Like I always say, you are your own uniqueness. Who gives a fuck? What's supposed to be normal? I mean, normal ain't shit. But you be different. Uh, and I would say like fuck Utah, and not fuck Utah. Coming home, Cali. Just how it is. Peace.